Well, welcome to NRHH Election Info Night. So NRHH stands for the National Residence Hall Honorary. We call ourselves NRHH for short. And tonight we're going to be talking about our election process to become a e-board member for the NRHH board for next academic year. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jennifer Ortiz. I use she, her pronouns, and I am a community coordinator in housing and one of the co-advisors for NRHH. So we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so who can submit candidacy for a position? So anyone who lives in housing and is going to live on campus for next year can apply to serve on the NRHH e-board. Our current e-board can also reapply if they are interested in a position. However, the process is the exact same for any of our new candidates. If you were selected to serve as an RA for next year, unfortunately, you cannot hold the RA position and a position with NRHH or RSA. So just be aware of that. However, if you are an alternate for the RA position, we highly recommend you apply for an NRHH position and serve with us. Depending on time commitment, you might be able to simultaneously hold a position with ASI. We just want you to talk to an advisor before doing that because ASI takes up a lot of your time and NRHH is a time commitment as well. So just talk to the advisors before doing that. The GPA requirement to serve on the NRHH e-board is you must have a semester GPA of a 2.25 and a cumulative CSUF GPA of a 2.5. All right. So e-board positions are elected once an academic year. Historically, this happens in March and April, so right now for the next academic year. Usually the president of RSA and the director of NRHH help lead elections. If either of those people are reapplying, another e-board member will help out the advisor with elections. The voting will be cast by a Google form. That Google form is going to be emailed out to all of our current residents in housing. A candidate must receive majority of the votes in order to become an e-board member for next year, or a runoff election might be held if necessary. And like I said, all residents that currently live on campus with us are eligible to vote on the Google form. Next. Perfect. All right, so what's the process looking like? So you will have to submit an application for candidacy. You can submit an application for one or more positions. On the application, you will see that you can select up to all 5 positions. So select as many as you are interested in. Just note that the application for NRHH is a separate application from the one for RSA. So if you did apply for RSA, just know that the NRHH one is separate. You will put together a presentation to give our general counsel, which is this time right now, in a couple of weeks, presenting on why you are interested in the position. And this presentation should solely be on your interest for the NRHH e-board. So if you are doing a presentation for the RSA position, just make sure that this one is separate from that. And then again, a voting form will be sent out to the housing community after those presentations happen. All right, so elections are held at the end of each academic year for the following academic year's term. So it is a full year position from fall to spring. At least a 1-week notice will be provided for any meeting at which election is held. So we will put it out there on our social media when voting will be happening. The voting period will be open for at least 1 meeting. We're actually going to have it open for a few days, so plenty of time for people to vote. The results of our elections will be noted in our minutes and will be made available to all of our general counsel members no later than 1 week post-election. So we will make that known to our community on who was elected for NRHH for next year. And just know that if you are elected, we do require a response from you within 48 hours of whether or not you are going to accept the position or not for next year. Okay, so what's our timeline looking like? So tonight is our election info night, so April 6th. Our application is opening Monday, April 12th at noon, so it'll turn on at noon, and then it will close on Monday, April 26th at noon. The presentations that you will put together is going to be during our general council meeting on Tuesday, April 27th from 7 to 8 p.m. Voting through the Google form will be between Tuesday, April 27th to Friday, April 30th. And again, that's going to be emailed out to everyone that lives in housing. We'll send offers to the candidates who are selected on Friday, April 30th. So make sure you're looking out for your email that day. And we will ask that you accept your position by Monday, May 3rd. All that information will be in your offer letter, so don't worry. And then minutes and results will be posted during our general council meeting on Tuesday, May 4th. So that's when everyone's going to find out who was selected to serve for next year. All right, so we do want to take some time to talk about voting bias to make sure that we are being fair in the voting process when the Google form does get sent out. So when you are looking at that voting Google form, just think about the why behind somebody who is applying for candidacy. So why are they running for the position? Are they running for it for the right reasons? Do they really want to do it? Think about the difference between being friends with somebody and if they're actually good for the position and if they're going to do a good job in the position. So it's great to vote for your friends, but also make sure you're voting for the best person that you think will do the position. Do not try to persuade others. So don't be texting your floor mates telling them you have to vote for blank person. Let people make their own decision for who they're going to vote for. Individuals counting the votes will not share any information prematurely. So we will not share the results of who got a position until that results posted meeting. Even if we see that somebody's in the lead, we will not post any results prematurely. And then also we take retaliation very seriously. And so if you apply and you don't get a position, retaliating against the current e-board or being angry at a floor mate for not voting for you, we take that very seriously. And so just respect the outcome that does happen. All right, so presentation criteria. So you are going to have 5 minutes during our general council meeting on Tuesday, April 27th to give a presentation about why you're interested in serving in the e-board for next year. More time may be allotted if you're running for more than one position. So let's say you are running for director and marketing. We maybe give you some more time so that you can put some more content in your presentation. A PowerPoint presentation, just like the one I'm giving today, is strongly encouraged. So putting together some slides and talking along those slides is strongly encouraged to help your presentation move along. And you can break up your 5 minutes however you like. We do have a suggested breakdown for those 5 minutes. So we suggest that you talk about why you want to be an e-board member, what e-board position or positions you're applying for, any past experiences that you have that you think prepared you to be on the e-board, or what you think you're going to bring to the organization will be great things to talk about during your presentation. And then it's also good to leave some time in that 5-minute window for just question and answers from the other people who are there. So we really encourage you maybe leave a minute or two at the very end of that 5-minute time block for people to ask you questions. All right, so now we're going to move into our different e-board positions that we have available.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jocelyn Andrade. I use they, them programs, and I am the director for these 2 semesters of NRHH. So a director is the official spokesperson of the org. Our responsibilities include creating weekly agendas for the general council and executive board meetings, facilitating meetings and overseeing exec board responsibilities, coordinating with supervisors, RSA, and other housing community members, organizing accessible and inclusive events for our community, attending and voting in the Occur and Procure conferences, and attending RSA. Compensation for this position includes $1,750 per semester in room credit, priority registration for housing, and priority registration for classes.
Hi everyone, my name is Brian Rubio. I use he, him pronouns, and I am the treasurer for NRHH, or the fancy name, Admin and Finance Chair. And some of the responsibilities that I have would be that I record all the minutes for each meeting. So that's our e-board meeting and our GC meeting like right now. I also conduct all financial affairs for NRHH, whether that's spendings or contacting other people for ASI, for example. I also update the spendings for each semester. So as you can see in the bottom left corner, you have two funds, which are agency and ASI funds. And then you also would have to meet with the RSA treasurer for each month, at least once a month. And then compensation, you get priority registration for classes, priority housing, and you also get 500 per semester. And then I'll pass it on.
Hello, everybody. I am Roman Aquino. I use he, they, them pronouns, and I am the recognition chair for NRHH. So the NRHH recognition chair is in charge of all recognition efforts in NRHH and the submission of the month awards by our residents. So some of my responsibilities include encouraging residents and NRHH members to write OTMs and guide them on how to submit them, keeping track and document everybody who submits OTMs and who gets recognized, recognize OTM winners and Diamond members of the week in a monthly and weekly basis, respectively. Host at least one OTM writing party and one large-scale recognition event per semester. And finally, coordinate and host the NRHH induction ceremony and purchase all induction regalia / procure pins. And the compensation includes $500 per semester and priority housing / registration for classes.
Hi, my name is Madison Ray. I use she, her pronouns. As the community service chair, my main responsibilities are to plan the monthly inclusive events, and excite the community, or inclusive and exciting community events to aid in residential engagement and give back to the community in some way, shape, or form. I also propose events to the e-board, including all purchases being made and then the expected budgets, along with the planned date and time, and then the overall goal of the event, which then all of the e-board votes on, and we kind of decide whether or not it's going to go through. I track hours on this master spreadsheet of participation. That will then get residents inducted once they reach the minimum requirement. And just like with the rest of the e-board, we all hold weekly office hours that are flexible with our own schedules. And then the compensation or perks of the position are $500 per semester, priority registration, and priority housing.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kristen Lee. I go by she, her, hers pronouns, and I am the current marketing chair of NRHH. The responsibilities that I have are keeping up with the NRHH Instagram. That is our main form of marketing. I create infographics for weekly meetings. I create posts for any unexpected announcements. I create A-frames and posters and social media items for any recognition events, community service events, and any other events that come along the way. I'm also in charge of creating NRHH memorabilia. This kind of includes t-shirts, polos, tablecloths, anything that would really help to enhance our marketing and our marketing platform. I'm also required to attend one-on-one meetings with our advisor, executive board meetings, and general counsel meetings. I am also required to host office hours weekly, which is something I did not put up there, but something to add. And my compensation is priority registration for classes, priority housing, and I also get $500 per semester off of my housing costs.
If you are curious about any of our positions and you want to come speak to us in person and ask us questions, here are all of our office hours. We also have the RSA office hours up here. So feel free to come and talk to us. We are happy to answer any of your questions. And hold on. Thank you so much for watching and listening. You can find us, of course, as Kristen said, on our Instagram. We are most active there. You can email us, and to apply, please go to tinyurl.com/CSUF NRHH elections. We're excited to hear from you all. Thank you.